be showing you how to cheese the Asylum Demon, how to kill him normally, Astora Sword and Crest Shield, and the Firekeeper Soul. Welcome to Smash Games, and this is Dark Souls Remastered Part 1. Now, we'll be taking the Bandit build, you'll be taking the Master Keys. If you want to cheese him, take the Black Fire Bombs. Otherwise, everything else doesn't matter, pick whatever you want. It has no effect on the game whatsoever. I will be removing the helmet and arm guard piece. Yeah, so that we have at least a light roll and not a medium roll when we go to pick up our shield and battle axe. And there is one of the three demons we'll fight throughout the game. That will be our second one on our return to the Asylum. So yeah, if you're coming from Elden Ring or a seasoned Soul player, you should be relatively okay. If you're new, this guide should help you a lot. Anyway. But yeah, make our way past the bonfire, through the doors, to the other doorway, and, you know, as long as you're running, you should be fine. But before we continue, we're going to show you how to cheese him and get the Demon's Great Hammer. It's not really a cheese. If you pick the Black Fire Bombs, then, you know, you have every opportunity to do this. And, yeah. It should only take you 5 Fire Bombs, as you can see. And there you go. Demon's Great Hammer. As you can see, run straight on through. We're going to rest at this bonfire down here. If you're really not that confident, this is your first time, rest at that bonfire. Like, no ifs or buts. But if you're someone who's played this before, seasoned, Elden Ring, you should be fine if you're watching this guide. Just duck in the doorway here, pick the shield up. That way you can put it on without being, you know, hit by arrows, essentially. You can roll through it, you can run around it. Pick up the battle axe, attach. You know, just pretty straightforward. Hit X. Running on through. Don't know why I said X. So swing, you know, obviously. Alright, so I think we're all pretty familiar with this one. Go up a little bit, trigger the ball, roll off. Come down here, open the door. This is for later when we come back to the Asylum. And that opens the wall here. You can certainly talk to him, or you can just kill him. Because either way, we need the Estus Flask and the key to actually get through the... I want to call it the east side from memory, because there's a west key and an east key. We're about to find out. The Undead Asylum east key. There you go. There you go. Hey, I was right. Anyway, run around here. You can take it wide or you can bait them out. Really up to you. Obviously, I didn't just mistime the roll enough that as I stood back up, I caught the arrow with my body. We're just going to kill this guy. Theoretically, you don't have to. You really don't have to, like, parry and kill him because he's... Yeah. The way it balances out, by the time you get everything and collect everything at Firelink Shrine, you should have enough souls to buy our first heal spell. Anyway, come down. We're just going to take care of the baby Asylum Demon, although most people on their first playthrough probably struggle. However, if you're an Elden Ring player, as I said, you might not have too much trouble. Maybe. It's just that the mechanics are a little bit different. You know, triangle to do to two-hand, as opposed to triangle R1 or R2. Sorry, R1 or L1, I should say. Just showing you snugly for all our little drops. I'll be showing you a full list of that later. And that is our first soul packet and only soul packet in this area, as we take flight on Crow from Asylum to Firelink Shrine. Rest, get our 10 Estus, of course. We're going to run up here, get your 3 humanity. There are 6 regular fire bombs just off there to the right. I personally am not going to be needing them. However, obviously you guys can pick them up if you want. Totally up to you. Soul packet. There is another one on the roof, just off to the side there. But because we haven't got the elevator, obviously we can't get it. Now we're coming down here. I'm not going to be using the Firecrack ores because this is just a guide. I'm not going out of my way to do PvP. But we do need the Talisman. And we do need the Homeward Bone, not Humanity. And again, not really doing PvP, and I'm not really worrying about throwing Lloyd's Talisman at enemies as such. So now we're just doing a run, clearly, again, picking up everything at Firelink Shrine. So first, that soul packet there. Caduceus Round Shield, we're going to need that for the Moonlight Butterfly. At this point, it has a 65% magic reduction, reduced. So that will be very handy with some of her spells. The Zweinhander, our first Greatsword Binoculars. And yeah, you can, ideally, you should just start rolling through, unlike me who started to run. But yeah, that can be a fun moment when you start to get hit, right? Wing Spear. Just keep on running. Most of them should be trapped around that area. Now, if you take that run through the tombstones, ideally they shouldn't be able to come hit you. They shouldn't be able to run through. You should have a relatively clean run right up to the binoculars before you really start to have to dodge. So, soul packet. And there's our crow. And there's some skeletons. And the nest that will be needing to sit up above in a later episode. So, yeah. Anyway. Come down. We're going to try and get the other one. Other soul packet just here on the left. Not try. It's not try at all. We succeed. Because that's not our bloodstain, clearly. Because we haven't died. So, anyway. Jump over. And rest. Now, we're just going to come up. We're going to start to come up. Pick up 3 more soul packets up here, so we're going to clear these guys out of the way. We're also going to get the Ring of Sacrifice. There is a better ring much later we'll pick up with the rare Ring of Sacrifice, which actually heals you if you get cursed. But yeah, ideally this is not, I mean, it's okay I guess, but anyway, take it or leave it. I'm sure some of you find it good, some disagree, so it's really whatever. But anyway, kill him, run up, pick anything they drop. Sometimes particularly that one that throws the fire bombs has that chance to drop fire bombs. Everything else will drop whatever they've got. So I don't know why, just out of the various many times I've played through here over the years. Yeah, soul packet. And then our obligatory chance at humanity, killing said rat. They do have the highest humanity drop pre-DLC. Anyway, running back to down here. Yeah, so now at this point you'll notice just checking out the bloodstain. Yeah, so anyway, at this point you'll notice that we've got obviously much higher souls. I did start to pop the soul packets and then realised that I didn't actually have enough. So I've basically edited it so that you guys can see we would have popped them at this point before talking to... my god, total blank. I know it starts with a P. Anyway, doesn't matter. Yeah, collect the coin. Talk to him, say yes. Yes on join the covenant. Yes to both, essentially.
Very well.
And yeah, we'll be buying our clerical heal spell off him. For which, that's why we got the talisman. Now, we don't actually have enough points at the moment to attach it at this stage. However, we will once we've acquired the Astora and the the Astora Sword and the Crest Shield. And yeah, so once we've picked up a few more soul packets down there in the Valley of the Drakes, we'll be able to have enough points to be able to use a bow and be able to almost have enough for the Greatsword, which we'll be picking up in a few episodes. Or, yeah. So the idea of this build is that you're fully equipped and leading up to mid and end game. So basically this will start you off in the right direction, and it'll essentially have all you need for a build that will work into pyromancy, a little bit of cleric. So yeah, you know, if you're following this guide, we will dip a little bit into sorcery, and that's only just really just to show you guys what it looks like if you're new. But yeah, for the most part, it's just towards middle to later. It's really just fucking around a little bit. It's really just this particular start that is ideal. And of course, this guide is primarily built off Gear for Games. So essentially, this chunk is Gear for Games build. I mean, you know, anyone can really do it, but that's just a reference. It's a couple little tweaks for me, and that's just more personal. But yeah, ideally, this is pretty much my favourite way to kick this game off. So yeah, I'm showing you guys. Now, don't miss out on this part, because you know, it's always fun when this dragon does 2 swings, when it almost always does 1 and a breath attack, and yet it did another, and then I got it clipped by the wing. That's the fuck. But anyway, not a big deal. It was only 244 souls, so it's not like excruciatingly a big deal. Anyway, make your way back up, run. So more often than not, he'll swing, he'll do his breath attack, and then you're fine because you're just running at that point. So, but, you know, there's like a 1 in 20 chance he'll swing twice apparently as you're running. Sorry, because that's what you want to do. You want to walk in, grab your stuff, roll back to avoid the first attack, and then you run. And that's ideally how that works. So it's not particularly difficult. It's just timing, which can be really hard regardless. But no, it's fine. Once you get it, you'll be fine. I'm walking you through this. Oh yeah. As he says, as we're walking over like weird, eerie blue fire into water. Where's the boat? Where's the ferryman? Oh, we're gonna see him. No, not really. Anyway, so do not worry about the ghosts. We're just running around and just down this corridor. Angle your camera so it's down, preferably facing a little bit up. That way it'll avoid the clip as it shuffles your camera. There are a couple of times in this game where it shuffles your camera, so it throws you off, so that basically as you're running, you'll do directional change on your character, so you run off to your death, essentially. So anyway, our Firekeeper Soul. We're just going to pop those 3 packets we picked up. This should give us enough to get our attunement to 10. So we use whatever we had left over from our heal purchase. Petrus. Jeez, can't believe it took me that long to remember it. Yeah, so Petrus, where we get our heal miracle, I should say. It is just a heal. I just call it a heal spell, but like, yeah, just to be a bit more accurate, I guess. Anyway, use our Firekeeper Soul to get +1 on our Estus, and you are well on your way to starting Dark Souls. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed that. Thanks for watching, guys. Yeah, we'll see you in the next video. Please like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate it. We'll see you next time. Boy.